Hey, what's happening, everybody? This is Royce from Metal. Today I want to go over how I am trying to fix my 1999 Ford F-150 4.6 liter passenger side exhaust manifold. It was leaking real bad, making the typical ticking noise. And what I ended up doing for mine is I ended up cutting the cast iron manifold off so I could get to the bottom bolts, so I didn't have to remove anything here with the AC, and I ended up just cutting the bolts off for the collector there in the back, so I didn't have to really do much there. I didn't remove the starter or anything. Now, as you can see, it may look like all the bolts are out, the studs. They are not. I have this back one up the top. You can see here I started drilling out, and I was hoping an easy out would get it out. Nope. And I am so afraid I'm going to break the stud off. I have beeswax all over. You might be able to see that. I tried a torch with beeswax. Anyway, I'm just afraid. I don't want to break that off. 6 of them came out fine, but the bottom front one was broke off on an angle up in, and I happened to get lucky and center punch at just right, and I was able to actually drill that out. I'll put photos up, and I used a Craftsman Easy Out for that. No big deal. For whatever reason, that one wouldn't budge. For like 2 weeks I was fighting with it, and one day I came out, and within 5 minutes it came right out. So I don't know what was up with that. Alright, I worked my way through several drill bits here. I had to cut down with the Dremel tool to get in here. Once you get down to where you think you can use the drill bit that comes with the time-sert kit, go ahead and install it. I didn't have to cut that down at all. I'm using an angle drill from Harbor Freight, which is awesome for the 35 bucks or whatever it is. You won't be able to do this job without it. I can tell you that right now. I tried with an angle attachment on my Dremel tool, and that was pretty much useless. So you're gonna have to go and get a decent angle drill setup. And of course, this is pneumatic, this one here, so you would have to have an air compressor to handle that. I just have a 20-gallon tank, and it seems to be fine with it. So I inserted the bit, which from what I read is extremely high quality. All the parts that come with this time-sert kit, which I will post up the instructions here then, and it's a pretty impressive kit. I'm sure there's other videos on YouTube that have it. So I'm going to go ahead and try to drill this out. I paid a little extra for the this adapter guide thing here. So basically what you do is hold that flat to whatever surface you're drilling or tapping, and that'll help keep it nice and straight. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if it's worth an extra 12, 15 bucks, whatever it was, but I wasn't sure exactly what it was, and the photo was horrible. Online it showed what it was, but I mean, it's definitely doing the job. You could probably make one yourself, but so you just hold it there essentially. Alright, so let me drill this out and come back. Alright, I pretty much got this drilled out, and that was using I kept working up with different bits I had to cut down, and then I used the bit that, for the final bit, I used the one that came with the time-sert kit. And then here's the guide. And it fits pretty loose. It's mainly for the tapping part of it though, so we're gonna do that next here. I gotta go in a little bit further here, and then I think that'll be it. But I got anxious, and I started putting I chased the threads on the other ones, the other 6 a while yesterday, as I just got anxious, and then I put in the metric stainless steel studs, which I'll put that link up on the screen for that company's great to work with. And I think the price came down a lot too on them, but you get both sides from the kit for like under $20 with free shipping. It's well worth it. So whatever sucker has to work on it the next time won't be suffering as bad. Alright, after you're done drilling out what's left of the stud there and drilling to the new size that comes with the time-sert kit, which I don't know what size drill bit that is. It's not marked on it, but anyway, they give you the chamfering tool bit, which basically just does a small, rounds the edge, and that's so the time-sert can seat down in slightly. So you want to go ahead and hit that. I'm going to try it here once. Let's try to get it as straight as you can. And that's it. So it just puts like a little collar, like a, I don't know what you want to call that, internal, just kind of bevels it or whatever. Alright, we'll move on to the next step here, which is going to go ahead and try to tap this out. It's also going to want to make sure you blow out the hole as much as possible. I don't know if this wrench will fit or not. I have this one's a pretty decent tap wrench I borrowed from someone. I'm not sure if that's gonna, I think that one might be too big. But here I have that tap guide on there. I'm not sure if that's really gonna do much or not, but it's supposed to help keep it straight. I'm gonna have to move my flashlight here. This is a pain in the penis. Maybe I can just keep that there. But you gotta keep this as straight as possible, which is, this is gonna be real fun. And I tell you what, I don't have much room to work with here. From what I understand, though, these taps are extremely high quality. It come with these time-sert kits, so that's a good thing. The worst thing is just getting in here your hands. I don't know, maybe it would have been easier to pull the head. I don't know. This feels loose already. I'm gonna have to, I don't know what's going on with this, loosened up. I have to get back out and get a pair of pliers and tighten that. I wish there was better lighting in here. Wow, it's cutting through like hot knife through butter though, compared to other taps I've used in the past. Of course, the camera wants to fall. Let me see if I can get this situated for you guys. Sorry about that. But it does seem to be, maybe that was worth the $10. I don't know what that extra that was. You probably could make one out of tubing that guide. Trying to figure out here what's the best way to get this flashlight not to fall down. And if you ever watch videos from that Jerry's Tap, Broken Tap channel, that guy uses these for Toyota heads, and he makes it look so easy, which I'm sure it is, because like he said, the someone wrote and asked, why don't you back out to get the debris to come out? And he said his response was, you do not have to, because of how high quality the taps are. This is a problem. I don't know if you can see or not. My handle's stuck on the downpipe. Shit. See about how I'm gonna, I don't know how I'm gonna, I might have to see if I can lower the downpipe out of the way. Or put a, I don't know if I can put a socket or not on this tap. Alright, we're back in business. I found a shorter handle for this. I didn't notice that in the box. So that's pretty cool. Since I don't own this, I didn't really look at it real close. I think that's gonna, that should work. Now if I can get back in there. Tell you what, it's probably worth it to buy that tap guide in the long run, because just to be safe, you know, for another $8 or $10 or whatever it is, it's probably be stupid not to. You're going all this trouble. I'm just hoping this works. It's definitely cutting through it. Not as easy as it was in the beginning there, but it's nice I don't have to drop the downpipe then. Just worried about these brackets here for the, I guess that's actually the motor mount brackets. I'm not sure how in the world I'm going to get. I guess I'll have to drop the manifold on first and then put those bottom bolts in last. So I think that should be long enough there, what I just did. Let's just try, I'll fit this once. See, there's the length. I don't know if I showed that or not before. That's the length of the, because there's, let's see, here was the old stud. Here's the old stud. Get some better lighting here. This is the old stud here, and so I paid extra to have the longer threads. Obviously you're going to need 18 or 20 millimeter to grab, because you don't want to just put those shorties in there. That would not be, I don't think that would be a good idea. When I say shorties, I'm just talking about the ones that come with the kit. I think that's going to work really well. This, it's a little, I have it slightly off center, I believe, but the way those manifolds are, it looks like it's actually designed, it looks like it's designed for a little bit of play front to back, believe it or not. So it might not be off too much. It looks to me like it's off a hair, but I mean, for what I'm working with here, no, I can't get that out. That's not good. Oh shit. I gotta get that out of there. But these are trick. I mean, these are pretty cool, these inserts. And I guess the guys buy them also for the spark plug issues for the Fords. You get these kits. What you do next here is, there's the tap part is there, and then they're saying after you do that, and they don't say anything about oil, so I didn't use any kind of tapping oil. Now the driver tool, you'll need to use some oil. What does it say here? Recommended. We recommend using tap wrench. A tap wrench when using inserts. So basically, you want to put, they don't say it here, oops, blown away, but you're going to want to put some permanent Loctite, or strong, high strength Loctite on the threads of this insert. So at least that's what from what I understand, you're going to want to do that. I don't think I need to do that for the other studs, just for this insert. And what's it say here about a little bit of 30 weight motor oil on the inside between the driver tool and the insert. So, because I know I've read somewhere you don't want to get any oil in between the nut-sert thing, the whatever time-sert, and your project, whatever that might be, the head or block of the motor or whatever. So let me go ahead and do this and see how it goes. Hold on here once. Probably didn't need that much oil, but it's just get too much came out there. Tightens up, and what this tool does, I guess, is it flares out the bottom portion, which I don't know when you really know when to stop. I guess you just know. It got tight, so maybe that's it. Here where I'm working, so I'm gonna have to get the Dremel tool out and do some cleanup. I hope that's it. I don't know, it didn't really exactly loosen up, so maybe I didn't go far enough. Because it sure as heck didn't loosen up for me. See, it's real tight right now. So maybe I didn't go far enough. It'd be nice if I could move this light out of the way. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know if you're supposed to use any kind of, I gotta find that out, any kind of Loctite on these or not. And just hope to God that's straight. So there you have it. The time-sert. Pretty cool, and just hope this holds. Hope it works, because from what I understand, and I guess there's really no other choice. I didn't exactly have any other choice. Hopefully it'll hold. So I'll come back after I put it all back together. I gotta find out if it's supposed to put any kind of Loctite on these stainless studs or not, and then I might have to figure out how I'm gonna get past the AC bracket right here. Not the AC bracket, but the motor mount bracket, because those two studs, that's the main reason why I cut the first time the manifold off, because I couldn't get in there. It's a pain in the dick. So we'll see here.